Good morning, friends. Myself Milind Dikshit, working as an assistant teacher in Sanjay Gandhi Smriti Vidya Mandir Hinganghat and the convener of Agarkar Vidya Bhavan Hinganghat. Again, I am with you with the new educational videos, and today we are going to start a fresh and a new chapter, financial planning. Now, what is finance or what is financial planning? There are two words in it. First is finance and second is planning. खाईन तर तुपाशी नाही तर राहीन उपाशी, एक मराठीत साधी म्हण आहे. बट इट इज नॉट ट्रू in our usual life. If we have money, then we have to think of it and plan how to expend it. And this is the basic thing to live. पैसा सब कुछ नहीं है लेकिन बहुत कुछ है, इसलिए वो पैसे का प्लानिंग हमको बहुत हिफाजत से करना पड़ता है. इफ यू हैव मनी देन यू हैव टू प्लान, एंड इफ यू हैव मनी देन ऑल आइडियाज कम टू यू हाउ टू स्पेंड इट. बट टू स्पेंड इट इज एन आर्ट. देयरफॉर द वर्ड फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग कम्स ट्रू. If you think of yourself a daily expenditure or a monthly expenditure, then you have salary, you have the various expenditure items on which you spend on, but it is only up to you and your family. Then what about your town, your city, your state, your country? Now India is a vast country of 130 crore peoples. Then how the roads, the bridges, the hospitals, the expenditure on the soldiers, the military, various operations, and so on and so forth, how the money comes from and from where it comes from. Then it is the government who manages all these expenditures. But the government is not the source of income. The source of income is we people, the people of India. And the people of India gives the money to the government to control all these activities. That is a very few money for good health in the government hospital, or the protection of yourself by the military, or the bridges, or various industries and so on. The tax paid by you. The word come tax here. Then what are the taxes? There are two types of taxes. One is direct tax and second is indirect tax. Direct tax is the tax paid by the individual or the company or the society. And the indirect taxes are not directly paid by the individual but paid by the organization which collect the taxes from you and paid it to the government. This is the chart which is before you, and this is the chart of financial planning. These are the sources of collection of the money from the individual or from the company to the government to manage all these expenditures which are very vast. There were various types of taxes before that GST comes into force. Excise duty, service tax, custom tax, custom duty, central surcharge and cess, VAT, luxury taxes, settlement taxes, short track, CST and so on. These are the various taxes charged by the various states, and there was no unanimity between each and every state. A good which is purchased by an individual in Maharashtra or an individual in Andhra Pradesh or in Kashmir, the prices were different due to these different taxes charged by the municipalities or the states of that area. Therefore, for one nation, one tax, one market, because we are one nation and therefore we must have one tax system and one market throughout the India. For this, new goods and services taxes were charged by the Indian government. And all these taxes, various taxes, are now collected in one GST, that is G for goods, S for services taxes. Goods means the tax paid by the individual by purchasing the goods, and the services given by the companies to us, and we are paying service tax to them. That as like hotels, aeroplanes, the insurance companies, etc. Therefore, all these taxes are now come together to the heading of GST, that is goods and services tax. Then this, we are not the only country that we are charging goods and services tax. All there are various countries which are charging goods and services tax. The excise duty, the services tax, the custom duty, the central surcharge tax, the VAT. This VAT was very much known to you, because this VAT is charged by that value added tax. This VAT means value added tax, which is added to the value of that good by that state, and it was very differing according to the various states. Now this VAT, this luxurious charge, the entertainment charge, this uptrial were charged by the municipalities of various towns, the CST, the controlling duty, CVD, and the special additional duty, SAD. These and various charges were there, they are collected as a tax by the individual. Now they all are come together and merged into service, goods and services tax as GST. Therefore, this GST come into force from the 1st of July 2017, and we have started a good slogan with the good voice: one nation, one tax and one market. Thank you. दूसरे कितनी डाले? As we stated, GST means goods and services tax. It means that the tax is divided into two groups. One is goods and other is services. And the tax we are charging, it is charged into 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 categories. First category is zero rate. Zero rated means there will be no GST or no tax charge on these goods and on these services. Then what are goods and what are services? We must be able to distinguish between these two very clearly. Goods means the items which we purchase, the essential commodities like food grains, there will be no GST on it. Fruits, vegetables, milk, salt and other parts which are in our daily use or which are needy for everyone. Therefore there will be no charge, no GST on these goods. These are goods. And what are services? Charitable trust activities, transport of water, use of road and bridges, public libraries, agriculture, related services, educational and healthcare services. These are the services provided by the various societies or the governments. Therefore, there will be no services. These are all essential services which are used or which are enjoyed by each and every citizen as well as the poor person of our country. Therefore, these goods and these services which are very essential for each and every citizen of our country, and it is in the essential commodities, therefore there will be zero tax or zero GST, and this is the first slab of GST. The second slab is low rated. That is only 5% GST will be charged on these goods and these services. Which are the 5% GST charged goods? Commonly used items such as LPG cylinder, tea, coffee, oil, honey, frozen vegetables, spices, sweets, etc. These are the goods which are charged by the government at the rate of 5% GST. Which are the services? Railway transport service, bus transport service, taxi service, airport transport, and hotel providing foods and beverages, etc. These are the services which are provided by the companies or the societies, and therefore these are called as services, and we purchase these all goods, therefore these are goods. Therefore it is collectively known as goods and services tax, that is GST. The third slab is standard rate. That is first slab. That is 12%. Which are the goods which come under 12%? Consumer goods like butter, ghee, dry fruits, jam, jelly, sauces, pickles, and mobile phones. And the services under this 12% of GST are the printed job works, guest house, services related to construction and business. Now the third slab. Now this, if we observe, the slab is going in higher order. First slab is 0%, this is 5%, this is 12%, now 18%, this is standard rated second slab. Most of the goods and the services charges are included, and these charges from 0 to 12 for these goods and services are not fixed. It is the decision time to time varied by the government according to the situations. These charges are not fixed, they vary according to the situation which arises or the demand of the public arises. Standard second slab 18%, which are the goods under the 18% GST, marble, granite, perfumes, metals, etc., CCTV, etc. The services provided which charges the 18% of GST, courier services, outdoor catering, circus, drama, cinema, all these comes under the 18% of GST. And the highly rated luxurious items and the luxurious services which are charged, which are affordable by the rich people, come under this 28% of GST. As luxurious items, all luxurious items which decorates your house or your any company, motorcycles and spare parts, luxury cars, pan masala, vacuum cleaner, dishwasher, AC, all these are the luxurious items which are used by the rich peoples of India. Therefore it is charged 28%. The services, 5-star hotel accommodation, amusement parks, water parks, theme parks, casino, all these comes under the higher charge of GST 18%. These are all the excise duty, and this website is given to these. Besides this rate, find out with the goods and are the GST rate levied between 0 to 5. कौन से देखो आप यहाँ और बताओ उनको कि कौन से goods है which are rated under the 0 to 5 and which are the services come within the range of 0 to 5%. Here is the note given. The rate and the type of GST are prescribed by the government at the time of writing this chapter. Already I have told you this, all this 0 to 28% of GST is not fixed. It is changed time to time according to the situation arises or the demand of the people or the demand of the opposition, or it is, if it is thought by the government that these are the services which must come under 12% or 5%, they may come from here to here and here to here. Therefore, he says, the government at the time of writing this chapter, these rates are at that time. There is a lot of variation between the rates after this chapter has been written. GST rates are subjected to change. This is very important. These are not fixed charges. Electricity, petrol, diesels are not under the preview of GST. Still, we are having 3 to 4 items which gives more and more taxes to the state governments are not still under GST. Liquors, petrol, diesel and the electricity are still are not in the range of GST. They are again varied according to the states. As we know, if the petrol and the diesel prices hike is in Maharashtra is, let us suppose 50 paisa, then in Delhi it will be 35 paisa. Means these 3 to 4 items are still there which are not under GST and charged separately by the each and every state. Therefore, these are the 4-5 slabs of GST, 0 to 28%, and the goods and services are charged separately. Goods which we purchase by in market, and the services which are provided by the companies or by the services established by the government, and therefore these goods and services are separately charged by 0% to 28% on an individual. Just think, if the GST, if there was no GST before, which is not existing before, the various charges which were charged by the various states were too much of cost and too much of rate. Therefore, the GST is for the well-being of the consumer, and it is one nation, one tax and one market. Thank you. Now students, we are going to see the invoice which is given by that merchant to you as a customer. This is called as tax invoice. In Marathi we say Rasid kiva bill. And it is our duty and it is our right to get an invoice, tax invoice, what we purchased, of what we purchased. The tax invoice of good purchase, it is a sample form. And this type of bill or the invoice, tax invoice, must be given by that merchant to the customer. First of all, supplier, A to Z Sweet Mart. Here the name of that shop will be there, with full address, not only some time pass is there. A to Z Sweet Mart, 143 Shivaji Rasta, Mumbai, and so on, mobile number and its email. Means the complete name and with full address of that shop, supplier, which is supplying goods to you. Invoice number, that is called as bill number, GST 110. GSTN, this GSTN is written here. How it is, the number is provided. For example, they are given 27 A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, H, 1, Z, 5. 10 digit per number in between there is up to this. 1 recipients, 1 register, this one is. Means what? If that firm or shop is registered in that state only for a single time, then there is 1. If that firm or the company is registered by some individual or the company for the 2 shops or the 2 companies, then here it will be 2. Uniform for all by default, the Z stands for everyone, and this 5 is just a check number. This check some digit means all these digits are added, and by default, by the computer calculation, this number comes, and it is the checksum number. It is called a checksum digit. Confirms the validity of the GSTN when entered on the GST portal. This is the work of the computer. It is a system which by which the computer calculates it. This is the first 2 digits are for the state code. Just 27 is the code of Maharashtra. As we say, MH32 for Wardha, MH31 for Nagpur. It is for the automobile. in the same way, this 27 indicates that this GSTN lies in Maharashtra. 2 digits for state code. A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, H. This is the PAN number of that shopkeeper. And 1, as I say, it is the presentation of that company, that this company has been registered once for only one purpose. Therefore, it is 1. If the registration is for 2, then here will be 2. Z is by default and 5 is the checksum number. This GSTN number is unique number for each shop, for each merchant or for each company. And this 27 stands for Maharashtra. This 10 digits stands for PAN number of that shopkeeper or that company holder. 1 is the, what I said, 1 is the registration, number of registration of shops by that person, individual or that company. Z is by default and 5 is the computer will check some digit, it will be identity one. This is GSTN. Now invoice number I stated, this invoice date is there. This is just front picture of your invoice bill. Now what is stated here? This is serial number. HSN code means these are the codes for the goods which are given to the goods. Name of the product, pede, chocolate, ice cream, bread, butter, and these are the co-related HSN number of these products. Rate 400 per kilogram. Purchased half kilogram, that is 500 gram. Taxable amount 200 rupees. GST 2.5% means we can calculate 2.5%. Just a minute. How we calculate this 2.5% on 200? That is 2.5 upon 100 into 200. This and 2.5 into 2 is 5 rupees. Therefore, here is 5 rupees. The rate of GST is divided into two groups. That is, one is CGST and one is SGST. And it is in equal proportion, 2.5, 2.5. C stands for central government. Services tax, central government goods and services tax. State goods and services tax. Means the GST which is charged is divided equally into two parts. One is CGST, central government goods and services tax, state government goods and services tax. Equally, this portion is equal. And how this 2.5 on 200 is charged? This 2.5 upon 100 into 200, this 0 gets cancelled, 2.5 into 2, that is 5. Therefore, 5 rupees is charged as a CGST by central government, 5 rupees, and SGST same 5 rupees. 200 plus 5, 205 plus 5 is 210. Therefore, if we purchase the peda at the rate of 400 and we purchase it half kilo, then 5% CGST and 5% SGST is charged on this 200 and we have to pay 210 rupees. In the same way, this is the HSN number of chocolate at the rate of 80. 1 bar of chocolate is purchased, it is 80 rupees, and on chocolate, as we studied earlier, 14% of GST is there. Therefore, 14% of 80, how you will calculate? 80 upon 100 into 40, and you will be how many charge? It is 18 rupees, 9% of charge. Sorry, where it is? 9. This is cancelled and the rate is 18 rupees. 9%. 9 plus 9, 18%, 18 plus 18 36, on the cost of 200, that is 36. Here 14% of charge GST on 80 rupees, that is 11.20 rupees. 11.20 rupees, it will be 102.40 rupees. In the same way, bread 35 rupees, one pack 35 rupees. On the essential commodities there is no GST, therefore zero GST is there, zero GST is there, therefore there will be no charge on it, and 35 rupees will be same as 35 rupees. Now the last one is butter, 125 rupees, 500 rupees per kg, 125 grams is purchased, 125 rupees is charged, 6% plus 6%, that is 12% of it is GST charge, 6% of CGST of 125%. Again we calculate it at 6 upon 100 into 125, and it is 7.25. CGST will be same, it will be, that is 125 rupees of butter if we purchase, including GST we will have to pay 140 rupees, and in sum, in totality, this much of bill we have to pay as a customer, and this is the amount which is shared by central government, and this same amount is shared by state government. Therefore, this is the invoice which is the right of the customer to demand it for, and it should be given to every customer by that shopkeeper or that company.